All right, Esme, so what we've done with all the other moms is we kind of started to look back like, who were you before you took on the role of mom, before your children came into your life? So tell us about your life pre-kids.
Okay, so my life pre-kids, after I graduated from college, I had all sorts of, odd jobs for many years. I always loved plants and gardening and landscaping and things like that. And
yeah, that's so cool. Okay, so you've got your 2 little girls and you're moving through life. At what point, I know this is something a lot of people are really interested in. At what point would you say you started to wonder or notice or just maybe start thinking something might be a little different about Pari?
Okay, well, it began, just to go back 1 second, I was going to say, I was originally from Massachusetts and my husband was from Long Island, New York, and I got him to New England, and that's where he was living. So it actually started with my first daughter because she is on the spectrum as well. So
really? Okay, yeah. I did not know this. Okay.
So she was diagnosed, misdiagnosed actually in the very beginning. She was either hit all her developmental milestones either right on time or early, and she, did all the typical things of talking and doing everything, but we knew that she kind of did parallel play and all that. But before we even understood her autism, she got diagnosed at 3.5 with high anxiety. She was talking and doing everything typically, but they missed the autism for almost a year. And I had gone to our primary care and I said, my daughter, when we're outside of the home, she looks at things differently. If she hears music or things coming out of speakers, she always gets on like a scared face. And that doctor told me, not typical. This was around 2.5-ish. And she sent me to, by the time I guess we got to the state psychologist, it was around 3.5. And he misdiagnosed her with high anxiety. And then it was about a year later that, I'm sorry. I hit something. Hang on. It was about a year later where she was diagnosed with autism.
Okay, so this is Teal at about 3.5, 4? Yeah,
more closer to 4.5. So she was
4.5 now. Okay.
So that at that time, the state services, you can get your second child diagnosed whenever you would like, to see if there's any issues. So at first, Pari was doing great, and it was around 2.5 that we started seeing her mimicking her sister a little bit. And so my husband and I were really hoping that it was just mimicking, because they presented very differently. And Teal always had a serious face and kind of like looked at people in a scary way or scared way. Pari was smiling all the time as an infant, and she was, always like happy and infinitely patient and just a whole different personality and everything. So, but as the mimicking continued, we brought her at 3 years old to be diagnosed, and she sat with me on my lap with the state psychologist, and she was holding a book, and Pari would crinkle the pages. She would take her fingers and she would touch paper and crinkle and crinkle and crinkle. And the state psychologist said to me, after 45 minutes of watching this, smiling and crinkling and looking at the book, said, your daughter, I believe your daughter has autism. I want you to send her to a therapeutic preschool right away for kids, with autism.
Yes.
So that is what we did. In the first, Teal wasn't sent. She was sent right away to just typical preschool and stuff.
Love on the Spectrum star Pari Kim is dealing with unimaginable heartbreak after revealing her mother, Esme, has died following a reported battle with stage 4 breast cancer. The 24-year-old reality star shared the devastating news in an emotional Instagram post Wednesday night. opening up about the crushing grief of losing both parents at such a young age. Pari wrote that everything is becoming a train wreck, as she described the emotional battle between mourning and trying to stay positive enough to keep moving forward. Trains have always been deeply connected to Pari's identity and passions. Fans of Love on the Spectrum know her for her love of railroads, locomotives, and public transit systems, something she often uses to express her emotions and outlook on life. Continuing with those heartfelt metaphors, Pari explained how painful it has been trying to continue life without the guidance and comfort of her mother. Pari later shared another emotional message on her Instagram story, encouraging followers to cherish their parents and loved ones while they still can, because time is precious. She admitted she never imagined she would lose both of her parents so young, making the tragedy even more heartbreaking for longtime fans who have followed her journey. Her father, Henry Kim, reportedly passed away suddenly back in 2020 at the age of 55. Esme was 61 years old at the time of her passing. Following the announcement, several members of the Love on the Spectrum cast flooded the comment section with love and support. Madison Marilla wrote that Esme fought very hard, while Abbey Romeo shared that she wished she could give Pari a huge hug during such a painful moment. The devastating loss also comes only weeks after Pari revealed she and her ex-girlfriend, Tina Zhu Caruso, had ended their relationship. Speaking about the breakup, Pari emotionally described them as two trains on different tracks. Fans across social media continue sending prayers, condolences, and messages of support to Pari as she faces one of the most difficult chapters of her life.